President Trump is stepping up his attacks on James Comey following the DOJ's historic indictment of the former FBI chief. The president calls Comey a dirty cop and worse than a Democrat. But Trump also insists the indictment is not about revenge, but justice. We're joined now by Democratic Congresswoman Madeleine Dean of Pennsylvania. She was an impeachment manager in Trump's second impeachment trial. Congresswoman, thank you so much for being with us. You have heard Trump say this. He says there will be others. Who do you think may be next? And do you worry you could be one of the people, considering you're a former impeachment manager?
Good to be with you, Brianna. Not good to have the subjects that we have to talk about. What happened here with the indictment by DOJ of Mr. Comey has crossed an extraordinary red line of vindictiveness, of vengeance, of using the Department of Justice for the president's own political revenge. It's staggering, and it's being done so openly and in the public. Do I worry about myself? I actually asked Kash Patel, the director of the FBI, about his hit list, his enemies list that he shared with the president, I think built for the president, and said, when do I expect you at my door? I don't worry for myself. I'm sorry for Mr. Comey, but take a look at his statement. It is a statement of American strength. Bring the trial on. He will be proven innocent. And I have to tell you, take a look. I hope the public will take a look at this indictment. It is the thinnest of indictment, vague, nonspecific. You would have thought they had something big here, but they didn't. And you saw literally in the president's own words, he wanted Eric, I'm forgetting his name now, his self-appointed head of Eastern District of Virginia, he wanted him to bring the charges forward. And when he said, I've done the investigation, there are not sufficient evidentiary points to bring charges forward, Mr. Trump made sure he was pressured to resign and put in an attorney who was his personal attorney, and that's what's going on with DOJ. It's his personal set of attorneys on a revenge tour. This is a very, very dangerous line for America, and we don't have to stay here. I think back when I was a little girl of the days of Nixon, when Republicans went to Nixon and said, you've gone too far. Where are my Republican counterparts in the House and the Senate to say, Mr. President, you're going too far?
If a jury does find Comey guilty of this, they'd be finding him guilty of lying about authorizing an alleged leak about the investigation into what that two-person indictment, as you point out, outlines, person one, who very well could be Hillary Clinton. If that's a jury deciding that, will you accept that verdict if Comey is convicted of lying about leaking, about not about, potentially Donald Trump, but about Hillary Clinton?
I still have faith in our system, even as I see the president and those around him trying to tear down our system of rule of law. So that's a long way down the road. This thing was filed within minutes of a statute of limitation about to run, and a president just so upset and filled with revenge. I will accept the rule of law and a jury verdict. And I pray to God that we don't get to the point where we can no longer trust a jury of our peers. We are on a very dangerous path with this president.
I do want to ask you about this looming government shutdown, because we're just a few days away now. And Trump says, quote, if it has to shut down, it'll have to shut down. But they're the ones that are shutting down, meaning your party, Democrats. Would you support a shutdown?
Well, of course, what the president is saying doesn't reflect logic. They have the trifecta. They have the Republicans, this is the majority party. Republicans have the White House, the Senate, and the House. The Speaker of the House strangely dismissed all of us last week. We were supposed to be in session this coming week. I want you to know, and I want your viewers to know, Democrats are going back to Washington because we know the end is September 30th. The president apparently doesn't care about that. He's out golfing today. And he doesn't care and is failing to meet with leadership to try to come to something so there isn't a shutdown. This is not on the Democrats as shutting it down. You know what was really revealing, Brianna, was what the administration said just yesterday, which is when we go into a shutdown, we're going to fire people. They nakedly exposed what they really want to do: fire more federal employees after they have doged tens of thousands of federal employees. This is on the Republicans. The House Republicans have skipped town. House Democrats will be in Washington, D.C., and the Senate Republicans and Democrats are ready to do our job. We've got three of us ready to do our job. Republicans are on vacation.
Congresswoman Madeleine Dean, thank you for being with us.